the hour, tracking Hurricane Sandy. Brand new information now into the Weather Channel. The number of people being ordered to evacuate in Delaware rises to 50,000. The Coast Guard is now restricting access to ports in Virginia and the eastern shore of Maryland. New information by the minute as we brace for Hurricane Sandy. You're watching an extended Weather Center Live. We're going to be with you throughout the night to make sure you're prepared and to keep you safe. Good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal Lager. Let's go right to our hurricane specialist, Dr. Greg Postelli, standing by with Kelly Cass. They have more expert analysis on Sandy at this hour, guys.
That's right, Crystal. Dr. Greg Postelli putting in some long hours today. We appreciate it, as all the new information is certainly coming into the Global Forecast Center. And this system is just, I mean, Sandy's huge.
It is, and it's a combination of systems. You know, that's kind of what we've been talking about now for a while. We have a hurricane-like feature in the middle of almost a nor'easter. And if you look at the satellite imagery, this is a loop over the last several hours, you can see that this is where the core, the center of circulation of Sandy is. And that's about, 350 miles east, maybe, of Savannah, Georgia. But extending way out away from where the center is, we have these huge rain areas over here across the Carolinas, and basically the winds extend out over a very large area. So it's got that sort of nor'easter or extratropical component to it that is surrounding what is otherwise a little tropical system right in here. So it's a combination of things that is going to exacerbate, make worse, we think, the impacts from some of the other storms that we've seen in recent memory. So let's look at the water vapor imagery, and this kind of shows you what's going on. There is a jet stream. This is some dry air shown in orange that's come in. And, Kelly, we were talking about this. Why hasn't that killed it?
Right.
Well, it actually has dried out a lot of the system everywhere in here. There really isn't any more rain all along out here. So it's really the dry air has come in and absolutely evaporated that part of the storm. But in here, it's found some resistance in here. So this is the center of circulation. It's kind of been rotating around for a while, and I'll throw around a word here, inertially stable. It's maybe it's got a little bit of a wall around it that's not maybe letting the dry air get in as much as maybe it has on some of the periphery. So that may be what's going on. We have a little spinny guy in here that's not letting the dry air get in.
Is it also still feeding off pretty warm sea surface temperatures?
It is, and in fact the water there is very likely right around 80 degrees, and it will be moving over warmer water before it gets on land. So, there will be more energy for it to extract from the ocean surface.
So could it strengthen more then?
It could a little bit, and maybe that will play some role in that. So let's have a look right now at a landfall. This is one of the models which shows our landfall time right around 7 o'clock Monday evening, very close to the New Jersey coast. This is one model representative of many of them. But the idea is that that's where the lowest pressure will come on shore, and of course the winds extend outward over very large areas. So lots of water being piled up, especially not just north of where the center comes in. But the point that I want to make here is that this model brought in the lowest pressure here at 949 millibars onto the New Jersey coast. Now, if that may not make a whole lot of sense or meaning to you, but when you put it in the context of history, looking back at some of the all-time records for pressure, you can see that 949 coming into New Jersey is a lot lower than has ever been recorded at a lot of these sites. And I'm assuming that a lot of the sites in central New Jersey, their records are right around 960, much like they are here in Atlantic City and Philly. So this could break some records for low pressure. Now, that low pressure really is just sort of emblematic or representative of the fact that Sandy just has so much energy spread out over a large area. So, it may seem like a meaningless number, but it's really part of the whole story that we're trying to tell.
We should mention